Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of This Week in cmBuilder video series. In this video series, we talk about the new product updates and the new features that we push to the platform. And today we will be looking at the new dynamic tree inside cmBuilder.io. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Now, for those who are new to the platform, any element that you add to your site plan that can be viewed and controlled from the model browser. Now, to access and open the model browser, just head to the top left part of your screen, click this tree icon, and it will expand and display the new dynamic tree. Now in this dynamic tree, we now have a new UI. Long gone are the two tabs where we used to have at the top. But now with this new UI, you can see all the items are grouped in a much better way. We have a new method how you can group the different elements in the tree. Plus, as you can also notice, all your resources are now clubbed into one single tab under the resource category. Now with these changes, it's a nice way to know that you can manage all the different elements that you have available on your site plan. You can easily go in there and organize and ways to view how you want to have your objects to be displayed in the tree using these different selection methods over here. I'll talk about that in a minute. And last but not the least, with these changes, anytime if you do run into any issues, you can go and debug any changes or debug the ways you assign the elements to the milestones with the help of this new dynamic tree. Okay, so in this new UI at the very top, you have now the group by icon, the button over there, and you can expand, click here, and you can see the three different methods, how you can group the different elements in here. Also, you can use the search bar to search for any items, any specific item by typing in a word in there. And you still have the expand and collapse. You can expand and collapse the different levels of the tree in here. And lastly, if you do want to collapse the model browser, you can just hit the button at the bottom corner of this window and it will collapse that model browser for you. Now let's look at some of the new visibility icons that you have in this new dynamic tree. So for example, if I temporarily hide this excavator, I can click on temporary hide and you will see a new icon displays in front of that, the name of that excavator. And this icon simply means that this object is temporarily hidden in the current milestone. Now, all the visible items in the current milestone, they won't have any icon displayed. For example, this fence, which is visible in my bulk excavation stage, and there's no icon in front of it. And any objects that is not visible in this current milestone, it simply is going to be displayed by this icon. Now let's look at the three different ways how you can group the elements in the new dynamic tree. If you head over to this group by button at the top, and you can see the three different methods, starting with the object type with the model tree. You can see the imported model is listed first, followed by the cmBuilder object structure. And if you also notice that all the resources are still grouped under the new one resource category. Now, if I expand the imported model, one thing to note that here it follows the same folder structure as you will see in the original model file. And you can use this method object type with model tree, especially when you're analyzing the overall list of objects in your scenario. Now, the second method is called the IFC structure, and this is where still things start getting interesting. If I collapse everything, you still have the imported model as the very first tab, followed by the rest of the cmBuilder object structure. But if I expand the imported model, and this is where you will see it starts with the object type, which is the imported model, followed by the name of the parent node of that model. And it has the IFC levels along with the IFC classes. Now, this can be very useful, especially when you're sequencing or creating milestones with the help of your imported 3D model. So I would recommend just use the IFC structure grouping method in that case. Last but not the least, we have start and IFC structure. And this is the method where it's a combination and a hybrid where it will show all your milestones and all the different elements in that milestone that are being associated to that date range in that milestone. So for example, let's talk about my foundation finish. So what I'll do, I'll go to my foundation finish milestone. I can see all the elements that are visible in this phase. But if I click on my foundation finish, it will actually show what are the elements that are actually associated in this date range. And especially this is useful when you are working with working with your resource timeline, when you're allocating your elements to your the milestones. You can expand, have this start in IFC structure mode, and then you can expand your milestones and see all the different objects. Now in this particular milestone, I only have my imported model, in this case my foundation elements shown, so I can expand it. It still follows the same hierarchy with the object type, the name of the model, the level, and the IFC class in this case. So it's very useful, and now that it easily allows you to view exactly what elements are being associated in that date range. So there you go. That's the new dynamic tree inside cmBuilder. Let us know if there are any questions. And for the new folks, if you want to learn more about the product, I'll add some links in the description. Be sure to check them out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you again in another video with a new feature in this Week in cmBuilder series.